LA family.
I'm L'Oreal.
And I'm Alexis.
About to get this video started. We're doing unpopular opinions about relationships. I know it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Because I feel like for our supporters and stuff like that, we end up putting questions online on our IGs, just asking like, what are some unpopular opinions that you've heard, that people heard, and we got some interesting we have some interesting replies. Y'all look, they different.
Yeah. They
different. Hey, this is not from us, but
it's from you guys.
It's from you guys. We just gonna give our opinions on it. Just
yeah.
I'm ready to see like what type of like feedback and rebuttals we're gonna get from this video.
It's cool.
You ready?
Let's argue in the comments. I'm ready.
Hey, let's argue in the comments. Or let's not even argue. Let's just have a debate. It's okay to have happy disagreements.
It's okay to argue.
It's okay to have happy disagreements. This is what we're gonna use. So let's get right to it.
First opinion. All relationships are lopsided. One person is into it more than the other person. I think if that is how you feel in a relationship, y'all need to talk.
Right.
And if that's actually the case, then that's not it.
And if relationships was that, I would never want to be in a relationship. I would never sign up for that.
Yeah.
For that team.
Or is that something you're projecting? Like you think that you like somebody more than they like you? Are you saying that out of fear?
That's what it sounds like. Relationships is lopsided. Don't get me wrong. We're talking about real life. There are relationships where there is one person showing and doing more for the relationship. Like, no, bro. Like, it literally takes two people to do this thing, to make this thing work. It takes two people to pedal this boat and make it go forward. It can't just be one person or one perspective to saying, hey.
Or is it lopsided temporarily? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that may happen. It may happen at one point where somebody is pulling the load, but it's temporary.
And that comes with a relationship. If you're signing up for everything that comes with it, not just for the highs. At the end of the day, you have to just know what you signed up for.
Yeah.
It could be those moments where you have to carry the weight.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do for a person you love.
Yeah, but if you're consistently an unbalanced type of thing, I mean, what's the goal? Like, have y'all talked about this? Like right now, it's gonna be kind of like this situation for this time period. Yeah. But we know we got a goal where we trying to get to, and you just gotta see the vision. Or are y'all just like this, and that is
right? If you're the person who's constantly giving with your time, your love, your effort, you're the person saying I love you, and the person is just brushing off their shoulder. If they're not stepping up, say something.
Effort shouldn't be lopsided.
Effort should not be lopsided, and the relationship would never work if you only have one person putting in the work. Yeah, because that's how people grow apart. Yeah,
support shouldn't be lopsided.
Right.
This could be your spouse's, your significant other's season, and you are supporting them. Yeah. But in your supporting them, they should still be in a way being supportive of you. Right, for sure. So it makes it easier for you to support them. Right. So in those cases, no, I don't think about it. It shouldn't be lopsided. Right. But
that's why you have to be equally yoked. It's like this balance act. A relationship, it should make you want to get better for the person that you're with. Yeah. That's how you can tell if the relationship is meant to be. Right. Because you're gonna start producing fruit. You're gonna start producing like results that's gonna show. Yeah. For better or for worse. Like and just pay attention to it, because you're gonna start getting signs in your emotions. You know if the relationship is lopsided. Just take the time out with yourself to see like how do you honestly feel at this current moment, or moments. Like how often are you feeling loved? Yeah. And how often are you feeling like anxious? Right. How often is the moments of you feeling insecure? You don't feel secure in this relationship. It's both partners' job to make each other feel like, hey, I belong here. I want to plant my flag here forever. Like, relationships isn't meant to be lopsided. No. It's supposed to carry the load together. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
He needs to pay for things and give money for bills as a friend.
Wait.
As a friend.
You talking about they just still friends? He still need to...
And he need to be putting out money?
During the friend stage? I don't know who you thought.
Whose son you think is the sucker out there?
I don't know. This is a PG. We found this is a PG channel, so no, I don't. No, heck no. It has to be earned. Finances is a big thing. You can't just throw money everywhere, but especially your hard-earned money, especially in today's society.
But you know what? That I feel like is a very popular opinion.
Right.
In today's like this whole era of dating, like he need to be able to fly you out. Y'all need to be able to take extravagant trips, and he need to be taking care of all of it. Yes. Like he need to take care of all the expenses. Right. You just need to show up. That's great if he can. That's a whole different thing. Yes. But for you to just come with your hand out, like,
without showing any type of loyalty, showing any.
What's your value in this?
That's like, what I'm saying.
What exchange of value are you giving
on this thing?
And we PG-13, but I know you thinking that thing you doing with him. What's the other value? Because that ain't it.
Exactly. So, and I'm not biased towards a man paying the bills, paying anything, taking you on trips, flying you out. I'm not even saying that's anything wrong, but I'm saying you have to be worth it.
I just got flew out to Hawaii. I mean, I'm just saying. So I'm not saying anything is against it, but I'm just saying you come with that mindset, like.
But you have to be worth being flew out to Hawaii. That's all we saying. Find you someone who, if you are marriage material, yes, that man should be protecting, providing, doing. How about this? Giving you his best effort. That's all I'm saying. But don't be the person who's only a recipient or a receiver the entire time. Exactly. That's what the issue is. At the end of the day, because it's a partnership and it's about y'all being together. Yeah. So that's that on that.
If he or she is the one, it will not be hard and will be smooth sailing. I don't know what Beauty and the Beast story y'all read. I know. Beauty and the Beast didn't even have it easy, so let me take that one back.
I promise you.
But that's like, it's just like any relationship. It takes time, effort, work. Yes. But any friendship, you have to put time into it. You have to put work into it. Smooth sailing. But you know what? It's a lot of people who feel that way, and as soon as it gets like rough or there's this disagreement, I'm done.
They find the nearest exit, and that's not real life. It's not fulfilling. Just imagine you quitting every single time something gets hard. You'll never grow from the situation. You're just gonna go to the next circumstance and meet the same wall and have the same reaction. Yeah, that's not growth. But will you have disagreements? Will you have like a couple bump ins with each other in a relationship? Of course.
I mean, you're still two individuals.
Yes. But that what makes individuality beautiful and fun, because you get to learn the other person, especially if you love the person that you're with.
Exactly. So we never stop being individuals. Yes. We're in one relationship. Yes. We have this one shared goal. Right. Of making this work, but it's not just all smooth sailing.
It's not, and it was never meant to be smooth sailing.
You were meant to do this together, to get through life together, maneuver life.
And it's crazy how God made it, because he knew it wasn't going to be smooth sailing. So therefore you needed a helper or a helpmate along the journey to pass you pass you the tool that you may need in a moment if you can't reach it. Exactly. So 4 hands is better than one. No, it's not meant to be smooth, but it's not meant to be. Yeah. It's not meant to be having.
You shouldn't be going toe to toe on everything all the time. That's exhausting.
It's not saying it's supposed to be traumatic. That's not what I'm saying. No. What I'm saying is you're gonna meet some hiccups and bumps in the road. Yeah. And you have to become a loving union in order to overcome those humps in the road. Right. Humps in the road that is common. It's needed. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not. The most traumatic experience is what really shapes a relationship. The harder a trial may be, that's when you get a chance to finally learn the person that you're with. Yeah. That you're with. And just embrace it. That's not saying, hey, make problems okay within a relationship, because if you can avoid the problem, avoid it. Right. For sure. But if you're having a problem, it's okay. If it's smooth sailing, it's okay. Just do it together. Right. So
marriage is just a piece of paper.
For one,
your marriage certificate is a piece of paper.
marriage is solidified with a piece of paper, but at the end of the day, it's really what you make of it.
Yeah.
And it just depends on what hold on, let me not start on. I want to see what you got to say about it.
I mean, marriage is not just a piece of paper. That's why I was being literal. Your marriage certificate is a piece of paper. Your wedding is just that day,
right?
But your marriage is a lifetime,
right?
That's a lifetime partnership, yes. And a partnership is not just a piece of paper, like any type of partnership in life. Whether it's a business partnership or anything, it's not just a piece of paper,
right? It's really not.
It takes work. It's just like getting a job. Like you are working with this employer. And you have to put in work to get an outcome. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying my job is just a contract.
Right. Y'all almost forgot the question. She looking so good right beside me. God, dog, look at y'all cousin on your IG side.
Marriage is a piece of paper.
Yes, marriage is a piece of paper. Yeah, marriage is a piece of paper. Like, right along with that, it's really going to be what you make of it and what you hyper focus on. Because just the same as we can find a failed marriage and then say 1,000 words for that, saying the reason why that didn't work. Yeah, we could find 1,000 more marriages that's thriving 20 plus years, 40 plus years, and we've been blessed to have like a example of 46 healthy long years. Is the 46 years perfect? No, but it's progressive, and they're still together. So marriage is not just a piece of paper. I
guess people feel like they can do it without doing the marriage thing. They could just cohabitate,
right? And that never made sense to me when people did that concept. They want every benefit of what a marriage could be, but they don't want to solidify because of like past.
So if you want to act married, why not just be married?
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's really the perspective of your framework that you want to put around it. Marriage is a piece of, if you're the person that has the mindset of marriage is a piece of paper, it's going to be that for you until you change it and start looking at what marriage is really for. It's for two people compromising and building something together. So that's my input on it.
You know what though? The beauty of that piece of paper is that it's binding. Yeah. Like it's a legally binding document. Right. And so versus us just doing this, you know what I'm saying? You just doing it. I mean, you could break up with me, I could break up with you, right? This split second. And there is nothing, like we could literally just part ways. Right. There's nothing there's not going to be any type of process. And so what I'm saying is sometimes because we did get legally binded, it's more difficult to get out. And hopefully in that process of you trying to get out, maybe y'all can remember why you got married.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe y'all can figure out a way to reconcile. You know? Maybe. I don't know.
Right. So my synopsis of everything, marriage is literally what you make of it.
It really is.
So what you put in it is what you're going to get out. That's our input on it. In relationships, you give up your freedom.
You know what I feel like? I feel like these are not even unpopular opinions. I think these are people assumptions almost.
True.
You give up your freedom.
Yes.
I don't get it.
I agree with that. I feel like it's really a lot of people's misconception of what they think is required for a relationship. Because it's really not hard, especially if you work. And marriage is work. It requires work. It requires communication. So if you and your partner is on one accord, it's not about you not having freedom. It's just more so if you growing up and saying, "Hey, bro, I have responsibilities now. I have priorities."
But then it's not you giving up your freedom. It's you being with somebody who you feel is worth your time. Yeah. So it's not your freedom that you necessarily giving up. You're just choosing to spend your time differently now.
Exactly.
So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna just hang with the homies all day. I want to spend time with my significant other. So it's not me giving up my freedom. It's me making a choice on how I spend my time and who I spend my time with.
Yes, yes. And me, man, I'm a homebody, y'all. I can stay here all day. I'm a talkative person, I swear. But I promise you, I'll keep on some PJs in a minute.
You did it yesterday?
I did it yesterday. And I was very content. So,
Ray, you don't never get out the house.
And that's all right. That's all right.
That's what you choose to do, though.
And that's what I choose to do. But you do not lose your freedom. Yeah. You do gain responsibilities, but that's what adults do.
And if you with somebody who that's a form of control. That's a whole different.
Yes,
that's a whole different topic.
This is not
being controlled.
We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. But what you said, they're misconstruing being someone who's manipulative and controlling with freedom. No, man, you just have responsibilities. We are adults.
Yeah,
and it's okay.
Right.
It is okay.
This one is actually a really good one because this is a notion y'all really be putting out there. Date around, bro. You're too young to be tied down. That's why some of y'all can't get out y'all hot girl and hot boy era now. I mean, because you've created a habit.
Yes.
You created a habit of being promiscuous.
Yes.
And it really is like oil and water trying to get you to think of some type of trying to fathom being committed to one person.
Right. Let's get this clear. It's a time and a place for everything. As a child, you think it's a child, but when you become an adult, you put away childish things. It's the same situation with that scenario. It's okay to date, man. It's literally okay to date. But at some point, bro, you have to grow up.
Yeah. Are you dating with purpose? Or are you really just dating because out of boredom, just something to do this weekend?
A hurt place because you're not willing to give someone else a chance. And to be honest with you, what I've learned from most people won't take that next step they need to because they're still holding on or grasping on to someone or a situation that happened in their past.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to make that past your prison, bro. Like, I promise you, bro. It was meant to be a moment. Yeah. Not forever.
You know, I feel like another thing is people feel like they get to 30 and then they finally ready I'm ready to settle down. Man, get your 30-year-old tail on.
My thought is this. Like, the sooner, the better. The reason why I say sooner is because the amount of time that you're dealing with multiple people, they're leaving an imprint on you. You start what's going to start happening? You're going to start distrusting people. You're going to have a hard time being emotionally connected with people. You're going to start second guessing everything. You're going to start projecting your insecurities and doubts on that person from your past. And that this new person that's trying to walk into your life, they don't deserve that. They deserve.
You're going to start collecting baggage from all those people that you've allowed to be in your life like that. You creating that baggage. So like you said, not being able to trust someone. You're going to eventually start becoming hard, you know?
Do it sooner so you can start experiencing life and experiencing new moments with your person that you need to be with. The more you learn how to be independent and on your own, it's going to be hard to have someone else in your ear telling you what you can't do. It's easier to say, hey, man, I've been holding it down by myself this long. Why do I need you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or it's just going to be hard to start to be able to consider somebody, to be considerate of someone else because you've been single for so long that you haven't, or I'm not gonna say single, but you've been dating around without purpose. So just dating around, no commitment, no anything. You've been moving still in a way of a single life. And you've done that so long that that's your habit. So now the idea of a relationship, you don't feel like being that type of considerate to anybody. You want to be able to do what you want to do, whenever you want to do it, and not be considerate of anyone, not be considerate of anyone's feelings or anything.
Right. Or how about this? If you can, make yourself available. Don't be the person making yourself unavailable and going back to the same person. Just because you're familiar with them.
Relationships are more stressful than being single.
If people only knew the amount of BS that you have to go through being single.
I mean, what do you mean more stress? I guess I would need more context on what do you mean by more stressful? Like, what's stressing you out in a relationship? Like, that you with somebody that you ought to consider their feelings? Does that stress you out? Because that sound like you just selfish.
And I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. Whether you're single or whether you're married or in a relationship, you're going to always deal with stress. Stress is not the problem. It's more so how you manage your emotions while you're dealing with stress. That's the part right there that you have to like grasp it with growing up.
So I guess I'm curious as to what's stressing you out about the relationship versus you being single. I was finna try to make a point, but then I came back and invalidated my point.
What?
But I'll tell you a little bit of my thought process. At first I was about to say, because the relationship, this is just one category, one area. But I was about to say, in some ways, it could be, beneficial. Like when you get to share life and you get to help each other with things like, let's say, rent or bills and stuff like that. But I will say there are some people who are in relationships solely because of we split the bills.
Right.
Y'all splitting bills and their relationship is stressing you out because y'all don't like each other.
Right.
Y'all just splitting bills.
Right.
So never mind.
What's stressful to me? So since we know you're gonna deal with stress anyway, what's stressful to me is me wanting to spend time with this person, but I know that me and them are not serious. They do not belong to me. We're not in a relationship. So I know they're out there doing the same thing I'm doing. I got 3 other people. That's stressful.
Yeah.
Me not being able to talk to the same person at this particular time because I'm used to hearing their voice.
Yeah.
Me wanting to cuddle with my person and they're not there with me because I'm too scared to be committed. And the risk of other things that come after sex and all that extra stuff. Like, that's what's stressful, not knowing what you may have. Or
that's what I was about to say.
That's stressful. What is not stressful is knowing who you have at home.
Exactly.
Knowing who the baby father and baby father is.
Exactly.
That's not stressful.
Trust is peaceful.
Trust is peace.
Yeah.
Trust is peace, man. I promise you. It's really going to be, it's on you. It just depends on which stress you want to deal with.
Yeah.
Do you want to stress over somebody?
I think life can become stressful in some areas.
It really can.
Life can bring about stress. It'd be great to have somebody to help you rationalize those things and be a compressor or de-stressor rather.
Right.
I don't. Right. So
I feel like if we're gonna stress, I'd much rather stress over you eating my snacks or something like that. Me drinking your juice. I feel like you can deal with that type of stress.
That do stress me out.
I feel it.
He be drinking my juice, y'all.
At the end of the day, choose your stress.
Yeah.
Stress of singleness, stress of being in a relationship.
Exactly.
Your choice.
You choose it.
That was the last one for us, right?
Yeah, that was it.
So let us know, like, man, what are your thoughts on the questions?
And what are your thoughts on what our perspective was?
Yes, I'm kind of curious on what's y'all thought process on everything, and if you part of the LA family, I'm pretty sure that we should be somewhere in the same ballpark. Hopefully.
Exactly.
And hopefully it sparked a conversation for you all. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video.
And I guess we will see you in the next one.